Are you wondering how to actually land remote assistant jobs? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you some of my best kept secrets for landing jobs as a remote virtual assistant. Now, you may already be a virtual assistant. You may be thinking about just starting a remote virtual assistant career. Either way, what I'm sharing with you today is going to help you stand apart from the rest of the competition. So buckle up. I hope you're ready. If you're new to my channel, my name's Abbey Ashley, and I help virtual assistants start, grow, and scale their own online business from scratch. If you want to hear more about that remote work from home lifestyle, then make sure you subscribe to my channel and click that bell to be notified every time I release new content. After working with our community of over 130,000 virtual assistants, we've really been able to hone down on what works and what doesn't work when it comes to going about finding those remote assistant jobs. Now, I'm going to break down to you in 4 steps what you can do to really start not only finding those jobs, but making sure that you're the person that gets chosen when it's you versus the competition. And I get it, marketing doesn't come natural for some of us, and it is especially hard to market yourself. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to share with you not only where to find those remote assistant jobs, but also how to actually promote yourself, right? In a way that just doesn't feel icky. All right, step number 1 is to know where to actually find these jobs, right? So if you are looking for remote assistant jobs, essentially you are looking for a job as a virtual assistant. And there are businesses hiring virtual assistants left and right. You just have to know actually where to go about finding those jobs. One great place is via Upwork or Fiverr. I'm a really big fan of Upwork because they have so many filtering options. I'm not a huge fan of going after the beginner jobs on Upwork. I think a lot of times people are looking for a VA that is just going to do work for $3 or $5 an hour, and that's not what we're here to do, right? We are here to show our expertise, to show that we have advanced skills that we are really willing to help small business owners with. So especially if I'm looking at a job, for instance, on Upwork, I'm going to filter out, not the beginner jobs. I'm only going to be looking at intermediate or advanced jobs, but I can still use the keyword assistant, digital assistant, or virtual assistant when looking for those jobs. Another great place to find remote assistant jobs, guys, is that Facebook group that I mentioned earlier. Our VA Savvies community has over 130,000 members in it, and jobs are posted literally every single day. So make sure you go to thevirtualsavvy.com/community if you want to be a part of our group. And the last place I want to mention about finding remote assistant jobs is actually not a remote place at all. It would be your local community. Most communities have live networking events, and if you think that the space is really crowded online of lots of virtual assistants, go to a live networking event. Most likely you will be the only virtual assistant there or one of few virtual assistants there, and really you can see that the competition is not as fierce as we think it is. There are tons of places to find live networking events in your area. You can go to Facebook and just search under events. You can go to places like meetup.com. You can also check with your local area chamber of commerce. Every single one of those will have events happening, or will at least know where you can find the events happening closest to your area. All right, so we know where to actually find these jobs. And you stumble upon one, you say, here is a virtual assistant job, a remote assistant job that I think I would be great at. Now what do I do? Step number 2 is to do your research. Now, this is a mistake that I see lots of new remote assistants make, is that they will just throw their hat in the ring. Here's my website, here's my portfolio. Ooh, me, I'm interested, right? When you're doing this, you're putting all of the responsibility back in that small business owner's hands to research you, to decide if you're the right fit, right? You want to make it undeniable that you are the person that they want to hire. So how do you do this? It starts with research. You got to know something about their business. Take the time to actually go to their website, to peruse around, to take notes, look at their social profiles, find out what matters to them if you can. And a lot of times it's really hiding on their about page or on their Instagram, right? You can look and you can see what really drives this person. Maybe there's a connecting point. Maybe they went to college in North Carolina and you went to college in North Carolina. They have dogs and you have dogs, right? Find some kind of connecting point, because people connect with people. And if you have that spark, that moment of like, we have something in common, we have a shared interest in one way or another, it's really, really gonna help drive your conversation. Even if you don't find a shared interest, guys, just doing your research is really gonna help you with step number 3. Step number 3 is to show value first. This is something that we teach all of our students who go through our signature programs, is that you have to put your best foot forward. I would rather you do one proposal and really spend time crafting it, doing it well, putting your best foot forward and showing value first, than to do 10 proposals in a day, right? Do one really, really great one instead of just the spray and pray method, right? So what does that look like? It comes back to value first. Maybe you've gone through their website and you want to do a really awesome video. We use loom.com to shoot videos of ourselves just saying, hey, here's who I am, here's how I think I could help you, right? Maybe if you are trying to optimize their website, you would actually do a screen share of their website and show the different ways that you would optimize their website. If they're looking for someone to write emails, to do customer service emails, I would say, hey, here are the top 3 emails I bet that you get often from looking at your website. Again, because I did the research. I went ahead and I wrote 3 responses of how I would likely respond. Obviously, I don't know all of the practices of your organization, but hopefully these templates give you some kind of an idea of the type of work that I do, right? Do you see the difference when you go above and beyond and you give them something that is value first? It's actually showing them I'm the person, not just saying, me, I'd like the job, please give it to me. Now I want to do a little side note. What I'm not telling you to do is to work for free, okay? And I see a lot of VAs make this mistake too, that they will actually say, oh, I'll work for free for you, and they'll work for 2 or 3 weeks or even months and not get paid for it. Please, please, please don't work for free. That's not what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking for you to do a one-time, just small little snippet to show them, hey, I'm somebody you should pay attention to. This may take you an hour or so to put together, but again, if you're new to finding remote virtual assistant jobs, if you are new to really finding work online, it is so, so worth the time to do this extra effort. And remember, eventually you don't have to do this, right? As you get more and more experience in your remote assistant career, you're going to get referrals. Like, people are going to be coming to you. So this kind of really showing value first is something that you have to do really, really in the beginning, but it's not something that you have to necessarily always do long term. Hey, just checking in. Are you liking these tips so far? If so, I want to challenge you to take a look at my free 90-minute training. It's all about how to market your virtual assistant business. And I even give you some free templates and tools to use inside of it. So make sure you go to thevirtualsavvy.com/BBO if you want to check that out. All right, last but not least, step number 4 is to follow up. You found that dream job, you did your research, you put your best foot forward, and then you heard crickets. Don't worry, people are busy. The reason this person is hiring a remote assistant is because they have too much on their plate. So don't stress out if you have to follow up. More often than not, you're gonna have to reach out to this person more than one time, and that's okay. Go ahead and set the expectation in your mind. I'm gonna have to follow up 2 or 3 times before I actually talk with the person. All right, I hope that this video has been informational for you. I hope that you have gathered something. If there's something that stood out or something you're gonna take action on, go ahead and let me know in the comments below. All right, friends, that's it for today. I will see you in the next video.